Now, let's be real. The Beaver Gambit just didn't take off. So for a long time, I was trying to do this, and against either of a few different moves. After like e6, for example, after either e6 or knight to c6, I've been playing c3, some sort of delayed Alpine Sicilian. And for a while, after knight f6, which at least if you're whatever blitz rating I am on lichess, this is what everybody plays. This is just what, so I'm 24-57 right now, ready to give some points away to some viewers. But this is what everybody seems to play. They play this line, and for a while, I was playing the main variation and testing out this move, pawn to b4. The new gambit that we're about to see does not have a name at all. So this was the Beaver. I think a lot of people liked it. I still think this is really very powerful, and it's going to be brand new to a lot of people. This is just this is the secret one that nobody needs to know about. There's some stuff on YouTube about it, but the main idea, of course, is that you play c4, and then wherever this knight goes, you play d4, you get this huge center, and that was a lot of fun for white. What's up, Pepega, and everybody else that I've missed saying hi to. But coming back to our main position, so let's just run through this one more time. Against the Sicilian, I've been looking for something a little bit different. Don't most people play d6 before e6? At a certain level, yes, and probably even at a higher level. But here I'm kind of, I have some other stuff in mind for that. If they play d6, I play the same way. One of my favorite gambits, not to go too derailed, is this one. Obviously, there's this main point here that if you take, you're immediately losing a knight because it's check. But there's this other gambit that I really like to play, and this one is like a very, very serious one. You push this guy around, they give this check. There's a lot of traps here in between, but here is just kind of like the basic thing here where you can either take, you can castle, you can do whatever. My favorite line is when they get ultra mega greedy. You can play this line where you're 4 pawns down. This is the Bosman-Plotnik double pawn gambit, and I think black might be fine here. Might be fine. Black, like, you just do weird stuff. You try to go like here and here. You also get some pressure this way if you want to. You can get a lot of pressure here. You're down 4 pawns, right? No, 3. You're only down 3. Only 3 pawns in this position. And but there's like weird, black has to go like f6, queen f7. There's like weird ways black might be able to defend this, but white actually has like a ton of good choices here. Rook b1 and rook c1 are all good moves here. A lot of good choices. At some point, I think I concluded rook b1 was better, but that is not going to be what we're talking about today. But yeah, definitely a big possibility. But today, we're going to be checking out pawn to e6. And again, I'm going to be playing pawn to c3. This is my preferred weapon, and it leads to all sorts of random new gambits that nobody knows about. And the good thing here is that I think if they do various other things, there's a lot of transpositions. So the kind of gambit that I'm going to play is going to apply to all sorts of different variations. But if knight to f6, we attack it, pony hops to the middle, and I was like, okay, Beaver Gambit just didn't catch on. No problem. I'll get real. People want the serious stuff. Let me just play one normal move, and we'll see how it goes. And my intention was, I'm just going to play normal chess. You know, maybe that's what people want. They want nice, solid stuff. But I kind of I got a little crazy at some point because I found a Gristrick game. A completely unremarkable, dull, boring Alexander Gristrick game in this line. And it went down the main line. So this is not 100% what we're going to come back and see but this is how I came up with the gambit. This is the backstory. Takes, and the main line is d6. They just followed the main line for a little bit, and then Gristrick did something a little bit unusual. But it went like bishop c4, knight c6. We don't need to know any of this. This is all just like theory. And I believe it was here. Yeah, it's this. There's a game here, I think it's this position, where the main move is queen e2, like by far, and then maybe there's some other stuff. Well, there's this Gristrick game where he plays bishop to d2, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. But I thought this was kind of a cool idea, and you're going to put the knight on c3, and if captures, you're going to get this really interesting structure, and I believe it's this game. So I saw this game, and again, it's not like a brilliant, amazing game or anything. It's kind of a boring game, actually, but they played some mainline theory, and he did this. He did bishop d2, knight to c3, and after the captures, they got this pawn structure. And I thought this was interesting. I was trying to figure out, when I first saw it, I'm like, is this bishop good here? And maybe it is, but maybe white somehow will get an attack. Like, I'm like, I don't know, maybe this guy will come back and maybe the queen can come up. Like, maybe there's some sort of an attack here. And then the rest of the game, like, not too much happened. Like, it looks good for white, but somehow black was playing really well. You can see that it's like, it's pretty much equal for the longest time ever. But I'm okay. That was kind of cool. You know, we got a very interesting pawn structure, blah, 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 blah. And then a bunch of stuff happened, and then in the end game, Grishtuk outplayed him, and then just like won. Okay, nothing happened. Okay, interesting. Well, I took this, and I'm like, well, this very idea of just playing bishop to d2 and knight to c3, that's so interesting. And I'm like, well, can I do it earlier? I'm just kind of like, thanks so much, Baldequin. I really do appreciate it, man. And I hope you like this one. I have another crazy gambit coming right up. I'm like, can we do it earlier? Can I do it? I don't know. Can I do it here? What if I instead... So this is where he did it. Can I back up a move? Can I do it earlier? And I started exploring here. And I'm like, can I do it even earlier and earlier and earlier? And eventually I said, can I just do it right here? Which is not a move. It's just like not a move. So I'm like, yeah, what if I do it here? With the idea that we get this same structure, only I've gambited a pawn. So this is actually a gambit. I'm saying not only is the structure good, but I'm willing to give up an entire pawn for it. And when I put this on, this completely new, brand new theory here, and you turn on the computer, not so bad. Hey, Gluck Gluck, what is up, Wabi? We got another one here. Down a pawn, but it's not bad. And I think this is actually really, really dangerous. I know, disgusting. Only one pawn. We're getting serious. This is a serious channel now. Only gambiting one pawn, and it might not even be bad. It might actually be good, but nobody knows about it. We might have a good gambit. Because it's actually really difficult for black. Like you can see here, there's some computer moves. I think it's hard because it's hard to ever play d6 or d5. It's hard to ever break here. And if you ever castle, you're going to have to worry that my bishop's going to be on d3 and my queen is going to come over to the king side. So either my queen might swing over this way, bringing lots of pressure. Maybe this knight will move away and my queen will enter the game this way. There's like, it feels like this could be really, really, really dangerous, but there are no examples. So if anybody dares play me, you guys will be on the black side. You guys will play the Sicilian. You'll play e6 on move 2. Knight f6. I'm going to attack you. Hop to the center. I'm going to play here. You take. I'm going to play bishop here. And then basically, you're on your own. You can do whatever you want from here. That's the gambit. And it looks like a stupid Patzer move, but I am willing to play it against anybody. So who wants some? Let's see here. 3-0's good, 5-0's good. Increment, eh. Let's start off with a tough guy. Oh, there's a couple tough guys. Ooh, but this guy has Toast in his name, and I'm actually the Toast world record holder for most toast thrown into a toaster during a Blitz game. So I'm going to play Toasted Bread. He's saying, have fun. Yeah, good luck. Have fun. You too. All right. And let's see if Toasted Bread plays along. And hope I remember the line. Yep. So it's, yeah, Sicilian, e6. So e6, I play c3, knight f6. I attack you. You hop to the middle. I play here. And after takes, boom! I have sacrificed a pawn. So we will see what our first opponent comes up with here in this game. And so here, I think I play this move. This is one of the only things I prepped. But black has the idea of playing bishop to b4, trading the bishops. So queen a4 prevents this idea, and then potentially, if this bishop ever moves, I can sneak over to g4. So I feel like this is kind of the natural way to play, but can black even play natural? The computer has some wacky ideas of what black needs to do. And I'm not even convinced by them. So we'll see what happens. Maybe this is just a good gambit. Ooh, okay. If the goal was to play something I was not ready for, congratulations. Okay, he wants to do this again. So I could play a3 and laugh. I could allow him to play bishop to b4, which might be the best. Maybe I could just carry on doing my own thing. But you know what? I'm going to swoop over to the other side of the board. So if castles, I can potentially try to force some sort of concessions. And then I need to decide, am I going to castle? Am I going to play h4? How do I want to initiate my attack? Am I going to castle? And just try to be positionally better? Am I going to attack? Let's see. Let's attack a little bit. If h5, I'm wondering if I just don't let up. What if I just attack? Because I'm not 100% sure how black completes development on the queen side. And I'm not sure how he kind of trades or gets rid of any of my stuff. So I'm just going to attack. That's the plan. Just attack. I want to play h5. Potentially, I want to swing the queen in over here. I just want to attack. Oh, he's ready. Okay. Potentially threatening nasty stuff on g6. Hey, Julian, what's up? I decided to be bold. Decided to play here. And h5? If, like, rook h8, I'm considering bishop takes g6 kind of stuff. There might be something easy. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything easy. Could also just castle queenside. Although, this is a little bit more dangerous. But we'll see what happens. But it gives me the option of maybe taking with a pawn, because I've defended my rook. Didn't really see anything 100% direct, although bishop takes g6. Takes, takes, takes. This all might be... Maybe that works. Oh, wait, does this work? Maybe it did work. It's close. I should have just done it. Should have gone for it. Oh no, I have hydrate activated. Oh no. I think actually takes, 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 check. He has to go here, and I just push the pawn, threatening to put the queen on g7, attacking the rook and everything, and I don't see how he defends everything. There's rook g8. But at minimum, then I could just push the pawn. Okay, so he's sacking the pawn. So I'm going to take it. And we'll see what his idea was here. Idea is to run away. I want to just take stuff. Give checks. If I had a rook here, this looks like a huge threat. We'll see. But I guess as we can kind of see it, my initial impression is that this is like super dangerous. He's saying some frowning faces. He's not happy with the position, and I don't think I would be either. Here. Rook takes. I just attack the rook again. Ooh, queen takes. Okay, but now some check. Or what if I just go here? He has one check. That's cool. So I get checked. I don't have a good discovery yet, though. I'm waiting for a good one. En passant? How exciting. All right, do I have a good discovered check yet? I have this. I got something. I'm obviously winning. I didn't 100% see. I don't need to see how I'm going to win. I'm still going to win. So, boom. There you have it. And thank you, Leanhorn, for the sub. Really appreciate it, man. I think that's the first time you've subbed, so thank you so much. I think this is a dangerous system. I think it's really, really dangerous. I think this might actually be a really good one. People should take serious. So thank you very much for the game. And again, it comes out of, if you've just joined, it comes out of the Sicilian. It's this like e6, knight f6 line. I should also say, if they play like this one, this is like very similar. You can get very similar stuff if they play this line, where you can do this very same thing. And then I think after this, the computer says like the main line is e6. And if they do anything else, there's like really funny stuff. There's like some other sort of funny lines, but it can all be very similar. But against the Sicilian, you attack the pony, you hop here, bishop to d2. This is where we began our journey. And the first new move for me So I had kind of looked at this, and it's not terribly great. But if you play like the computer, if you play bishop d3, Black has this option of playing bishop to b4, which you can say doesn't matter. You can do this. You've never seen it before because it's never been played before. That's the catch. But it was based on a Grishtrick game where he played it like 4 moves deeper later in theory. I'm playing it as a Gambit, and I think it's still very good. So you could do this and allow the trade. But I'm thinking, why not just play queen to a4? If that's the idea, if you want to trade off the bishops. And it does often turn out that this is like your strong dude, and the computer will do anything to trade it. It does like weird, wacky maneuvers to try to trade this bishop. Then I'll try to keep it. I'm just going to play queen to a4. I'm going to try to keep it. And my opponent played this move, which I had never seen before, but I assumed this is what he wants to do. So if I hit X and I look, the threat now is bishop to b4 trading. So I actually should do something to stop it. Obviously, I could just keep developing and allow this trade, but I decided, you know what? I know your only idea. Let me stop it. And bishop d3 was all correct. And this is just strong. I'm like, this attack is just super strong already. h4. G4. Yeah, this is just, I'm sure I didn't do this the cleanest way, but this is just winning. Castles is right. Oh, man. Well, wait, I played a perfect game. Oh, that's unfair. Well, you can't beat me if I play perfect. Nah, everything I did was great. So you had no chance. It was really no fair. I played perfect. I played like perfect. Ah, this opening's great.